Looking back, if you could go back in time travel, talk to that young man in the doctor's office, 3 years of age, who just heard that he may never run again, what would you say to him?
Don't ever let somebody tell you can and cannot do something. If there's something you want to do, go after it. Don't wait. Because time doesn't wait for anybody. You know what I mean? We're not guaranteed anything.
Welcome to another episode of the Levity Floatcast. Today we sit down with Josh Rulnick. So sit back, relax, and let's Floatcast.
Through childhood, as we were talking earlier, had some difficulties growing up, but I mean, one of the first things I wanted to talk about earlier was growing up with the hip disease.
Yeah.
And so I started playing hockey at age 3. So my dad got me into it early. Started skating. I did figure skating.
Yeah.
Just getting into it early. And I think it was around age 5.5, 6. I remember this to this day. Is like I was at a practice. And I couldn't skate. I kept feeling something in my hip. And my dad was bitching like, what are you doing? Let's go. Pick it up. Because he was hard on me, but you mean it helped
I
later
understand.
on in life. But I remember that day to this day that went to the doctors. They said, oh, it's just, you mean maybe just pulled some. So we went, got a couple specialists, checked it out. And then I posted the other day about how I overheard a doctor say like he might not be able to run again.
Yeah.
Or play sports or do anything like that. And he was in a room with my dad and just said like, hey, I think this is more serious.
Yeah.
It's going to be something where he's probably not going to be able to run ever again. And obviously as a kid, you're sitting there like, oh my God, like,
I can't run.
What's going to happen? And obviously went home, cried.
Yeah.
We got a couple other checkups, and then we found out a couple months later that it was hip Perthes disease, which is just a rare childhood disease. Obviously couldn't run for a couple years. Was in a wheelchair.
The mic close to your face.
Oh, sorry. Had to be in a wheelchair for 2 years, crutches for 2 years, and then the only thing I was actually allowed to do was swim. So I became like very competitive at swimming because if I can't do anything else, I might as well.
I'm gonna be the best swimmer.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out there and just do the best I can. So, but yeah, growing up, eventually I was cleared to run, play sports around age 12, and then got into everything, just baseball, basketball, soccer, anything I could. I feel like sometimes what you go through early on in life can help you out so much without even knowing. Like you learn patience through being in that wheelchair. You learn to overcome different struggles and challenges in life that later on you're saying like, man, it's 8 a.m. I don't feel like doing anything today. And it's like, wait, I have the opportunity to wake up today. I have the opportunity to walk, run. See my kids, see my family. Like I'm going full speed ahead. Yeah. Like, and that's kind of how I look at every day now. Every day is a blessing. Every day is an opportunity that we get, and I don't want to waste any of it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's such a great story here in those early years and leading you into college. Take us from college and what happened there after college?
So college, as I was saying, I went into education. I played basketball, and then obviously we ran a little bit of cross country. Had a couple injuries during college. Again, I had to overcome, and then finally got to play out my senior year. And I think it was the playoffs. We lost in the playoffs. And then I went into teaching right after college.
Yeah.
I was a special education teacher at a juvenile delinquent school, which was pretty exciting.
I think there's some meat on that story, man. There's a lot there. What was that like?
It was actually right over here. It started off for boys and girls, and then it went to all girls. So it was all girls, and I was teaching high school special ed. And most of them were in there for drug or alcohol or some kind of vandalism. So they stayed there overnight. We came in at 7, and we taught till 3. And yeah, it was crazy because we had to go through training to to like
handle with care.
Yeah, handle with care, and then just protect yourself. So we had to go through all this different training, just what to do, where to hold them down and everything. And I remember the one story that I want to tell you guys is we were there and we got put on lockdown. It was like 2:00 in the afternoon. Some girl was missing. So we found out one of the girls took one of those old lights out of the thing, broke it in half, and was like chasing people down with it.
Yo.
And it was just like, man, where am I at?
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing here?
How long were you there?
I was there for 2 years. So 2 years.
The level of your experience in 2 years supersedes anybody that's been in a regular school for 10.
Absolutely. It was absolutely insane, but we still made those connections inside the classroom. Obviously, there's outside chaos, and I broke my nose, got bit in the arm, arm turned black, some weird stuff going on, but
wait, your arm turned black after a bite?
Yeah.
Are you a zombie, sir?
No, it was like it started turning black and blue, and they're like, you got to go to the hospital, get a shot. So I think it was like a tetanus shot or
some kind of
shot to get it out.
I almost lost the webbing of my hand.
Oh,
yeah, that's a shot.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So I gave it a shot, but like I said, inside the classroom was, we were teaching. We had a little bit more freestyle of what we could do.
Yeah.
So we knew what learning disabilities each person had. So we were able to use our teaching abilities to help them out, which we still made an impact. And my last day was obviously emotional because I connected with so many students, and there was no way, like nowadays you could probably Instagram or Facebook or text them, but obviously back then they didn't have any cell phones or anything in the classroom. So it was just like, man, it was great to leave the place and move on, but it was great to see that I made an impact on their lives.
The kids that need you the most are the ones you end up having the deepest connections with.
Yes.
And to have to professionally move on, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's real tough, and especially when the whole room is at such a level of need.
Yes.
So I feel you, man.
Yeah.
There had to have been some internal struggle for you as a young professional, because the teaching industry is very good. Yes. I mean, let's be honest. They make a solid salary. And like you said, as much as I can bang the bell of how underappreciated they are, we also have to be objective and say, well, you work 9 months.
Yep.
You have the summers off. I'm not saying you don't deserve any of this, but you have every weekend off, 2 weeks at Christmas, a week at Thanksgiving, a week in March, like
a couple Mondays, a couple Fridays.
Yeah, my man. I'm not saying that isn't deserved, but as a young man making a decent salary, benefits, I mean, and having it within you to say, this has been enough. I'm walking away from this. What was that? What was that fight?
Yeah, it was just like, so the first school I was at, that juvenile delinquent, it was year round. So I didn't have that pleasure of, that Monday off for the summer months.
You were working civilian schedule.
Regular hours.
Yes, sir.
7 to 3. And then I got into the real teaching where, you had the summers off and everything. But I felt like in that last year, I just lost the love of teaching. And if I lose the love of something, I just can't. Mm-hmm. It's hard for me to go into it. Like, do I miss the kids? Do I miss the teaching? Do I miss some of the teachers and the parents? Absolutely. But whenever I lost the love and the passion for teaching, it was just like, all right, this is my last year. I'm going to move on to something else. And it was definitely hard. And there's definitely times where I still want to help and still want to do. And that's why I've obviously got into coaching and still trying to help out with some outreach programs. But it was just that last year was mentally rough, but it was the right move.
What would you say you took from your time in the teaching industry into like your new endeavors and just like the person that you are today?
I would say definitely the passion of helping others is something that I've turned back to lately in this last couple of years is I just want to start doing more and making an impact on others and not just my own success. And I was talking about that on social media the other day, and it's like, yeah, it's great to have these accomplishments and to win awards and stuff, but the feeling that you get from helping somebody else or helping a group of kids or adults or anybody that I talk to now is just like it's a feeling like nothing else. And I think I've learned to keep that passion of teaching and helping, and I've brought it over now where I'm doing the same thing for my kids, my family, my friends, and people I've connected with through social media. It's just like, I know how to teach. I know how to help.
Yeah.
Now let me do it. Now let me show and let me try to see what I can do.
So as you transitioned out of the education world, what did you transition into, Josh?
So went into sales. A buddy of mine had a trucking company and got into sales with them. Started as a dispatcher, moved up into just working with customers. Mm-hmm. And now we have a team of guys and a team of drivers, and things are more exciting than ever.
Steering the ship, man. I was also super excited to see your nutrition line.
Yes.
And your supplements. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, Zire Nutrition. We started probably about a year and a half ago, and it's been a roller coaster.
Certainly.
I definitely say that, but it's something like the trucking company is what I do during the day. It's something that it definitely provides for my family. I'm thankful for it, but it's definitely not my passion. And fitness, nutrition, and still helping other people is what I believe I'm here for.
Understood.
And that's what our company is about. It's using real ingredients to help people for the better, inside and out.
Looking back, if you could go back in time travel, talk to that young man in the doctor's office, 3 years of age, who just heard that he may never run again, what would you say to him?
I would say, like a quote we used the other day is head down, chin up. And it's really stuck with me lately that, keep your eye on the prize, keep your eye on where you want to go, but just take it day by day. Take it step, listen to what people are saying, but have your own insights of where you're going to go. And just don't ever let somebody tell you can and cannot do something. If there's something you want to do, go after it. Don't wait, because time doesn't wait for anybody. We're not guaranteed anything.
I wanna relax, put my mind at ease. Good friends and good vibes, now that's all I need. When life hurts, come down and float in levity. Let your problems wash away into serenity. Whoa.